Today I'm painting the Pthumerian Descendant from Bloodborne to board game, and this is from the expansion The Chalice Dungeon. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day. So we're going to start off by priming this guy with a zenithal highlighting, which is matte black underneath and covered at a 45 to top degree angle with matte white from the army painter. We start off with some monster brown from the army painter, and this is going to be for that skirt or whatever that he has in the bottom of the miniature. This is a beautiful brown, just like the artwork. This guy is very dark, very eerie, and so is the game. If you haven't heard of Bloodborne before, this is based on the PlayStation game. It is only on PlayStation, but they came out with a card game originally, and now it is a board game with magnificent miniatures. This is from the Chalice Dungeon expansion, so not from the base game, and there's a lot more miniatures to come. This was also voted on in my Discord channel from Reaper Roll, who's also a supporter on Ko-fi, and also has his own channel on YouTube painting minis, and he actually inspired me to paint a lot of minis. So he had voted for Bloodborne to be painted, so I decided to paint one of them already to start off, but I'm going to have some other minis to do from other board games as well. I'm going to be varying it up, guys. Next we move on to a Scale 75 Instinct Colors Gray Spell, and this is for the top part of his cloak. I found it had like this feathery look to it, and I found that gray spell, and I've used this Instinct Colors before. It does stay wet for a long time, but it gets dry eventually. It looks nice. Then we move on to a Flesh Terrors Red, which is a contrast color, and it goes on pretty much the entire part of his cape, and they had some parts on the inside it was hard to get to, but it really comes out beautiful, especially with the zenithal highlighting. Because this is a contrast paint, it works like a wash at the same time, so as it's brighter on top, the red really pops, and as it gets darker down below, that also comes out more. Alright, our next contrast color is Apothecary White, and this is going to be for his hair, his face, his legs, feet, and hands, because he has a very pale complexion, as you can see in the artwork on the left. Alright, moving on to the next contrast color. This will be Basilicanum Gray, and this is going to be for that second layer of his cloak, as well as the shirt underneath him, or like his coat kind of thing that attaches to this part of it. And as you can see, that gray just comes out really nicely, and you can see the highlights come out, you know, with the lighting in the dark of the zenithal highlighting. It really does a good job when you're using contrast paints. So here I noticed that I forgot to do the handles on his sights, so I used that same monster brown that I did on his robe kind of thing, and just to finish that part off. Now I'm going to be using some plate mail metal from the army painter. This is actually just for the sights actually. Alright, now we're going to be using a D&D's Marvelous Pigments paint, unique paint actually, which is Cursed Blade, and this is for those bracelets or whatever he has around his wrists. And now we're going to be coming back with a soft tone to cover up the monster brown skirt, as well as the handle and the actual sights, just to finish off the depth of those. And then we finish the base off with some Vallejo black. I like this black. It covers really well actually, especially on a base, and it gets the job done. So the Pthumerian Descendant is painted, ready for Bloodborne, the board game. I hope you enjoyed. If you like seeing more of these Bloodborne figures, drop a comment down below. And also, if you just hit the like button, I'll be very happy as well. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next video.